We are back for Full Court Press Radio on Sports Talk Today, the team. I'm your host, Danny Thompson, checking tonight on main man Paul Myers and Mark Johnson of NBAFCPradio.com.
You know what that beat's got me thinking about? Drake with the 5-second call.
I'm going to get to that. Don't worry. Mark's favorite guy of Drake. We're going to get to that, the Justin Holiday thing in just a moment. But we have Ethan on the line who is talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder. And guys, Ethan made a point as we're going into break talking about who does the Thunder have in the situation besides Westbrook and Durant? Paul, lead it off, and then Mark, and then I'm going to continue with that one.
Well, they have a couple things here. All right, so Ibaka, I mean, he's not offensively polished. He has a decent jump shot, no low post game at all, or if he has one, they haven't highlighted it at all. Kanter can be that guy in the low post, as Mark said. He actually has an okay jump shot as well. They need to trust Dion Waiters a little bit more. The guy has a scoring ability. I don't understand why they don't get him a little more involved in the offense, especially in that second unit. And, I mean, outside of that, yeah, you're not looking at a lot. I do like Randy Foye, but he hasn't really shown a whole lot yet.
Mark, what do you think?
I don't know really what happened to this roster. I thought they were really starting to build it around KD and Westbrook. I know they got rid of James Harden, some years ago, and then they gave Ibaka the money. I thought they were really starting to do something, but then it's just kind of like the GM duties have regressed a little bit, and the coaching with Scott Brooks wasn't that great. Billy Donovan, he's not too much better. So when the coaching's not there, the GM duties are starting to slip a little bit, and they're really, really just relying on Westbrook and KD. That's not going to be, not going to be really a good outcome when you have title aspirations.
So you don't think they have any help on the bench either, then, or the?
Where are the marksman shooters? Where are those guys?
Anthony Morrow's been terrible.
And if a shooter's not getting it done, get him out of there and get somebody else in there who's going to knock down 3-point shots at a high percentage, and they don't have that.
Well, I'm glad you kind of mentioned that, Mark, because here's the thing, because I'm the one that, I guess I took last because I'm the one that defends the Thunder more than anybody else. Ethan, you still online with us?
I'm right here, guys.
Okay, so here, I'm going to make you look good on this one. Here's why the Thunder are pretty much dangerous. Yes, you mentioned Inches Kanter's lack of defense. We all know that.
Yep.
The man can't guard a chair. We understand that. But what Inches Kanter does bring the fact that he is the best low-post player that the majority of these teams in the Western Conference will face all year. That includes San Antonio. If San Antonio has to go against it, they actually have to guard Enes Kanter. Enes Kanter is a double-double machine walking. He only plays 18 to 20 minutes, but most of that's against the second unit, which allows them to use Anthony Morrow, allow to use Kyle Singler.
Whoa.
Yes, I did say Kyle Singler.
No, he shouldn't be a pro. Do you know what? Every time I watch Oklahoma City play, I would guarantee that. I don't know how we could find this stat out. Kyle Singler probably leads the NBA in 3-point plays against.
I think we'll check our good friends at Basketball Reference after the break.
Yeah, we'll see if we can find that. But I'm telling you, every time I watch him play, he fouls somebody and they score. Well, a couple times a game.
We're talking offense
He's
here.
Awful.
We're talking offense here.
Even worse on offense. He's bad.
What I'm saying is he can knock down shots. Morrow's on the wings knocking down shots. You have Dion Waiters. They still have Cameron Payne. You still have Randy Foye. I know, but hey, you got to work what you got here. What makes the Thunder dangerous, besides Enes Kanter, is that Andre Roberson's a very good defender. All right, it allows them to be bigger than everybody else on the court. Ibaka erases all the defensive problems of Kanter, and don't forget, Steven Adams is also a very good defender as well too.
He's a good. I like Adams. He's
so
that type of guy.
When you can put Adams and Kanter in a 48-minute rotation at center, it makes it easier. So Ibaka doesn't have to work as hard when Adams is on the court. Make sense? The one thing the Thunder need to start doing is playing Mitch McGary more. When McGary was playing last year, when he was playing last year, Mark, you could attest to this as well too. McGary is putting in work last year. Am I right?
Yeah.
McGary's putting in work, and what they should do is they should let Adams and McGary play together and let mostly Ibaka deal with Enes Kanter's defensive problems. What does that do? Mitch McGary is a high-energy guy that rebounds. I mean, you're not going to get much out of Nick Collison, so you can just throw it out of the way. The X factor in the playoff series will be Randy Foye. They brought in Randy Foye only because of the fact of I'm not sure you can trust Cameron Payne in the playoffs just yet. Randy Foye is a veteran.
Trust him in the season.
Well, I mean, when Cameron got playing time, he played pretty well. He wasn't like something spectacular. It was the point where DJ Augustine can be shipped right out the door. But in the playoffs, I'm not sure if Cameron Payne can get it done, but at least Randy Foye is a veteran.
Kyle Singler is a waste of 14 minutes, by the way.
There are worse guys that play 14 minutes a game.
In 14 minutes, he's averaging 3 points, 2 fouls, as I suggested, 0.1 block, 0.3 assists, 2 rebounds. I mean, I guess that's okay. Shooting under 40% from the field and shooting under 30% from three-point land. So he's a waste of space for 14 minutes.
Exactly. Ethan, thanks for calling in. We'll finish with a question. Thank you, sir. Guys, as we continue with the Thunder question, what that is, the Thunder are dangerous in a lot of different ways. They can do multiple things. And like I said, they're the only team in the Western Conference other than San Antonio that actually has a decent low-post player. Because we all know DeAndre Jordan can't do anything. Blake Griffin is decent, but as a low-post threat, the only one that's even comparable to Cantor or better than Cantor will be LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio and Tim Duncan because he's Tim Duncan. You know, he might not have the foot speed, but he has everything
footwork,
else.
yeah.
He has the footwork and the ability to hit the basket. So those two, you know, he handles better than anybody else.
Well, Anthony Davis, but they're not in the playoffs.
Yeah, Anthony Davis, but they've been long gone since the beginning of the season. But the most important thing is the Thunder have a shot at it only if, like Paul said, they have to start knocking down shots. Anthony Morrow has to start hitting shots and make it work.
They don't have a lot of shot makers outside of the two, though. I mean,
that's the problem. Even when you look at the team, I'm just like, it's no one on the entire team that shoots over 40% from three. No, I mean, nobody who takes a healthy amount of threes shoots over 40%. You got guys 37 and 36, and KD's at like 38. I'm just like, teams aren't going to fear that. You know, like, we got to get out on this guy. You know, like, he's going to get hot. Like, no. These guys have to make shots, and they're not making three-point shots.
Exactly, guys. Speaking of teams that send the blues, our next caller in is actually one of our blues artists. For those who listen to our show, Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues has been sending us blues artists for basically a few months now. And every week we always have one of their artists on, you know, to promote their albums and also promote their music. Tonight, we actually have Becky Barksdale online to talk to us about her song and actually some of the things she's done. Becky, how you doing?
All right, how are you doing?
It's another beautiful night. You know, me and the guys over here talking basketball, and now we're segue a little bit into the blues. So, Becky, I was told that you had a great career, you know, in the music industry, but you also worked with a famous artist that mostly everybody loves. Can you give us a quick 90 seconds about that?
You're probably talking about Michael Jackson.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Just taking a guess. Actually, it was great. I toured with him back in the early 90s.
How was that?
It was amazing. I mean, I learned so much. I was just so lucky to be able to take part in that. It was awesome.
It's very interesting. Michael Jackson, you know, Paul, Mark, and I, we've all grew up listening to Michael Jackson. Now, my question for you, Becky.
Me too.
I know. My question for you is that, you know, we watched all the videos, that's me in the 80s, when you see Michael Jackson come on stage, everybody just passes out completely.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a lot of that. There was a lot of that.
Okay, so you did witness that live. I just thought it was one of those cut scenes where, you know, people just show people passing out, so it actually was real life.
No, it really happened. It was pretty crazy.
Wow. So, Becky, your album is called, you know, 2120. Can you tell us a little bit about it real quick?
Yeah, actually, it's the 2120 sessions. It's a tip of the hat to the old classic blues guys that I just love. I met Shirley Dixon in Los Angeles and started playing a lot of blues benefits with her. She's the daughter of Willie Dixon. And we hit it off. I did a lot of these benefits, and these are some of the classic songs that I just love, and I kind of did them and put my own little style on them. And people seem to like it. I love the record myself.
Awesome.
I think it's great.
So, Becky, could you introduce your song and tell us about the album and how to reach you on social media?
Sure, yeah. It's BeckyBarksdale.com and Becky Barksdale on Facebook. And, yeah, the song's Boom Boom, classic John Lee Hooker tune. And I kind of did it a little bit different, had some fun with it.
So, everybody, as we go to break, let's listen to Boom Boom by Becky Barksdale. Becky, thanks for calling in and spend some time with us on Full Court Press Radio tonight.
Hey, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. As we go to break, we're going Boom Boom by Becky Barksdale. And after the break, get your pens out because it's March Madness time, everybody.
I love you, baby. Shake it for me. One time. Just one more time. You know I love you, baby. Ooh, I love you, baby.
whether we want to admit it or not. Though you'll truly experience the blues from a different yet very unique perspective when you visit Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues. At Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues, you'll experience some amazing sounds from aspiring talented musicians in the blues genre. Be sure to download Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues Android app from Google Play Store and get wired to the Rattled Beach Show on Friday nights. Blues on. YippieKiABlues.com.
Routing Fairleigh Dickinson in the first half, just about 2.5 minutes ago. It's 36-15. FDU is shooting just 20% from the field. As for Florida Gulf Coast, they are shooting almost 60%. In the late game, it is a meeting of the 11s, Vanderbilt and Wichita State. Shockers began the year as the preseason number 10 in the AP poll, but as injuries piled up, so did some early losses. They bounced back, going 19-3 in their final 22 games, and are in the tourney for a 5th consecutive year. NFL, the Broncos matched the offer sheet that Miami had given C.J. Anderson, so Anderson will head back to Denver. The Patriots traded Chandler Jones to their Cardinals. In return, offensive lineman Jonathan Cooper and a second-round pick in this year's draft. As always, you want more scores, go to NBCSportsRadio.com. I'm Keith Arizari, and this is NBC Sports Radio.
I recently received my doctorate in astronomy, so mapping trans-Neptunian planets is a cakewalk. But tracking the trajectory of my financial future? Not so much. Fortunately, I've got TIAA. They helped me figure out a long-term personalized plan for my finances that I'm, well, over the moon about.
See how we're helping those who do good do well at the new TIAA.org. TIAA, created to serve, built to perform.
Platinum is a word reserved for premium products, hence why you've never seen platinum corn dogs or platinum toothpicks. So you know Pennzoil Platinum is the good stuff. And now Napa's got Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil for just $5.29 a quart. Plus, buy 12 quarts, you get $2 per quart back by mail. For just $5.29 a quart, you'll get premium oil for a corn dog price. That's Napa know-how. General States pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer expires 3/31/16.
Are you looking for a fun place to eat great seafood and watch live sports? Cajun Hotspot Seafood and Sports Bar offers boiled crawfish, live lobster, shrimp, crab legs, clams, mussels, oysters, and live blue crab in a house specialty sauce, po' boy sandwiches, and more. You can eat all of that, enjoy one of our specialty drinks from our full bar, and watch the game on one of our 16 TVs. Cajun Hotspot Seafood and Sports Bar, 7365 West Colonial Drive, on the corner of Colonial and Dorcher Road. Call 407-757-2165 and tell them Full Court Press sent you.
Welcome to LateNightParents.com. I'm your host, Ted Hicks. We have a weekly podcast where we sit down and talk with game changers in the sports, technology, education field, and we even do product reviews and giveaway. Why, you ask? Because we're all parents. So if you're ready for an up-close and personal look, then check out our podcast. New episodes are available every Thursday. That's LateNightParents.com.
Okay, how I'm supposed to love you if you cannot love yourself? Yeah, I know you independent, but you still gon' need some help. I still got love for the ones I lost. I never got a chance to return that call. I've been out of town, I left that summer in the same damn car. I ain't made it that far. Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Marcellus Javon, head designer for Hoop Culture. I'm kicking it right now with 1080 The Game Sports Talk. Make sure you check out the Hoop Culture flagship store located in Fashion Square Mall, right below the movie theater, for your chance to win free Magic tickets and come kick it with the team. Also, make sure you follow us on IG and Twitter at Hoop Culture and download our free app available for Androids and iPhones.
We are back for Full Court Press Radio on Sports Talk 10 the Team. I'm your host, Dane Thompson. Checking me tonight with my main man, Paul Myers.
Yo.
And my main man, Mark Johnson.
What up?
And now, normally, in the last segment of every hour, we always go into Mark Johnson's NBA draft segment, but it's March Madness. So we're going to take a little bit more time and take away from the NBA for a few minutes and talk college hoops. You know, there's 68 teams trying to cut down the nets out in Houston on April 4th. So the tournament does start tonight. So, Mark, we're going to let you and Paul do the two-man weave again. But you know what? We're going to do it a little bit differently as well, too.